Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. In the last episode, we took a delivery going from Carson City up to Winnemucca for a profit of $7,067, 485 experience towards us, 320 miles. Today, we are going to take a delivery coming from Winnemucca. I'd like to take one of these to get $20,000. That would get us close to pay off the small $50,000 loan. I would take, say, $10,000 loan and just pay that one off, reduce the amount of interest we're paying. But no, I'm not taking that one. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the achievements. We are going to be taking hay, 21,000 pounds, from Winnemucca to Eureka, California. This gets us the achievements to go to Eureka, which is somewhere we haven't been to, as well as gets us closer to the vineyards in California. There are 3 of them. Well, there's one here. I think there is one down here, and there's probably one in around here. I had passed by this one on my way down to San Diego, I think it was, from Las Vegas. But enough talking. Let's go driving. And we are here at this. Hey, nice. We're right here. So yeah, we'll be taking that hay trailer. Let's view the job offers, and we are taking this one, Winnemucca to Eureka. This is nice. We started somewhere right to where the job was going to be. Came up here. We don't have to drive anywhere else. We just grab this delivery. It is an urgent delivery. It is an important delivery, mind you. So yeah, let's grab it. And now, trailer's ready. Proceed to the loading area. Alright, so we have a little bit of time that we can spend driving around. What I'm going to do is we are going to go this way. I think I'm going to go this way. Down to this way. Over to here. We're just going to do that extra bit of driving, unlock more roads, because we now have 58.52% of the map. We are close to 60%, which is nice. I would like to maybe try to get up to 75% of the map discovered by that time I take a break from the series. So another 11.5% to go. Or actually, no, 75. About 17% to go. And then in through Reno, do I want to... Not really. Not really. I could do that. And no, we're going to just do that. Taking 395 over to Reading, which we've come briefly. If I go like that... Nope. I'll eventually make my way up to Hornbrook. So I will be coming up here and then probably back around like that. So I will discover that. I don't need to right now, and I would like to discover this recruitment agency, so that'll be good. Hopefully this little bit gets discovered when we come here. Other than that... Actually... Yeah, when we came here, I think it was, we had to turn around, so we've discovered this little bit here. But yeah, that's not going to take us... Alright, now... Alright, so we're going to get to there. Do I want to... No, what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to take a job from Eureka, rather than going all the way to Reading. I'll take whatever's coming from here, and I'll probably go like this way, up here, grab some of the HMS, drive around like that, so I don't have to come back to Eureka. Maybe come down this way. Yeah, about that. So that's good enough for me. Let's head out of here. ETA is Saturday at 3:44 p.m. Yeah, we're expected to take a rest. Next rest stop in. Although with that said, 10 hours 7 minutes. ETA 10 hours 52 minutes. Question is, how much? We're still going to be doing a bit of Nevada driving, so we could do this and not have to take a rest break. That's what I'd like to do. And then I can just come here and take the rest. Alright. That's good enough for me. Alright, so we are taking a right here. It is 5 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, we are outside city limits because the time is ticking up pretty fast for us. Although with that said, we are in a 30 mile per hour zone, so that's really annoying. Not only are we stuck driving at a slower speed limit, but the time ticks down slower. Although right now, yeah, it's still ticking down for us. That's annoying. Anyway, we need to go left. And I did not take a look at this delivery, so what I'm going to do is... Alright, so this is what we are delivering. A bale of hay. And let's get back on the road. Traffic behind us. Yeah, I like to jump out and check the deliveries, what we're doing. It gives me an opportunity to make a screenshot, of course. And yeah, let's slow down. Not only do we have a red light, but we have to, of course, be concerned about speeding tickets. And we have a right, which we can take a red on. I don't know if the game requires you to actually come to a complete stop, or if you can just do a rolling stop. Kind of what we've done there. And cop car. Cruise control on and just coast. Come on, light. Change, change, change. There we go. Oh, seriously? Need to take a and we're off. Left turn coming up and then a right turn back off onto the highway. 6 a.m. At least in this part of Winnemucca, the time is slowed down. We don't have to worry about spending too much time here. And left turn. One more left turn, then we'll be back on the highway. Let's deal with this Walbert trailer. Whoa. Back onto Highway Interstate 80. And what are we hauling exactly? 21,000 pounds of hay. I've heard, and I have had a little bit of experience with American interstates. The on-ramps and off-ramps do tend to be relatively short. Although it would be nice if they made it easy for players to make them just a little bit longer for driving sake. It's not like this game is super realistic in where the cities are located and the distances between the cities. So, you know, take some artistic liberties, creative license, you know, that kind of thing. And just make it, just ease it for gameplay purposes. So, we're on the road, 360 miles to go, 9 hours, 19 minutes, and next rest stop in 8 hours, 4 minutes. We might be able to make up an hour. Although, I have a feeling... I think we might have enough highway driving in Nevada. Let's get over into the left lane. If necessary, I would have gone into the emergency truck lane. Sideswipe the truck. It's just, of course, the shoulder. And, oh, come on, traffic. Speed limit is 80, although now it drops to 65. Are we coming into Reno? Yeah, let's slow down. Put the cruise control on. Next rest stop in 7 hours, 11 minutes. Yeah, we just need to make up about 30 minutes or so. I will have time if I want to take a rest break, but you know, time is money. Actually, it's not really going to matter. I could just take a rest break. Because I'm not really saving anything. I either take the rest break on this delivery or after the delivery. It ultimately does not matter. So I'm really pushing myself for nothing. Still in a 65 zone. No! Cobb, why do you have to go this way? Why? Now, are you going to stop and wait to yield on, or? Nope. Good. And I might want to, yeah, get over. All right, so if actually, there's a number of hotels right along the route, so if I decide I need to or I should take a rest, I'll do so. The only benefit for us to push it would be if we decided to pay off the $50,000 loan early. In such a case, we get there possibly before the loan payment gets paid. I have a feeling though that we're gonna be paying the loan payment before we get there anyway, so it's not really doesn't matter. Yeah, whether you rest before you end the job or you after you get there, it really doesn't matter. But with that said, another reason to take the rest break after the delivery is so that you'll be fully rested up, so that the next delivery you do, you'll be able to drive further before you require a rest break. Because our next delivery could entirely be one that is a lengthier one and would require us to take a rest break before we get there. And depending on how the calculations work out, it's entirely possible we might get a delivery that we cannot take a rest break on because it calculates just enough time to get there. Although, with that said, not taking into account that we actually need the rest break. Because sometimes you can get into a position where you are going to be late or obviously driving over duty. And those are generally bad deals overall. Because the game generally gives you the option to choose deliveries that would be legal otherwise. It would be interesting if there were, say, smuggling deliveries in this game, where you get paid a higher rate, but if you get pulled over by the police, your cargo could potentially be confiscated. Oh. Oh, that was just a pickup truck. Alright. So, 4 hours, 30 minutes. Did we cross? Oh, yeah, we did. We crossed into California. Alright. So right now, 5 hours, 9 minutes. We'll get there in just over 5 hours. No, we'll get there in 4 hours, 15 minutes. Next rest stop in 5 hours. Nice. So, yeah, if we wanted to, we can get there and then hop over. Probably have enough time to hop over to the hotel to rest up before we take on another delivery. And 40 miles per hour. Let's slow down just because. And it doesn't matter. 55 miles per hour. We're coming into Reading now. And speed limit 35 miles per hour. Or 30 miles per hour. Don't bother. Need to go left. And can we make it into the intersection? No, we can't. Oh, bother. $1,300. That's outrageous. Wow, $1,300 for a red light ticket. That's one of the frustratingly annoying things about this game. And I've commented about it in the past. They have to make the tickets high in order to incentivize you not to drive faster than the speed limit, not to run red lights, not to do all these things. If they had an insurance system kind of like what I've talked about, where you... Oh, nice, 55 miles per hour. Where if you get too many tickets, your insurance premiums go up. You have a certain amount of business expenses. And, yeah. So you can run red lights, you can speed if you want to, but it's going to cost you in the long run. You might have your driver rating downgraded, which means you might not be able to take higher quality cargoes. There is a lot more that they could do with such a system to discourage people from disobeying the rules of the road. And we're leaving Reading. 55 miles per hour. What I'm not going to do is turn off speeding fines, but I wonder, are there any mods that adjust the speeding fines themselves? I wonder if it'd be possible for a mod to implement an insurance system. Oh, I'm going to want to slow down. Miles per hour. Lovely. Yeah, I don't really want to come back up to Eureka anytime soon. So I'm going to try to unlock everything possible. I just might do it off screen, although with that said, I just might do an extended episode. Oh wow. Oh! And loan installments in total of $69.95 was paid. Really? That's interesting. Alright, speed limit's 55 miles per hour. And yeah, unless I get a really high value cargo coming back up to Eureka, I'm not going to be coming up here. So what I'm going to want to do is visit every single depot, drive every single road, visit every... Alright, so yeah, we've explored the rest stops. We still have this little ways to go. Now, when do we need to take the rest stop? 2 hours, 36 minutes. We'll get there in about 1 hour, 34 minutes. And yet we'll have plenty of time to get over to the hotel. So that is no problem. I'd like to know if there's a realistic estimated time of arrival mod. Something which actually calculates based on your route. You know, the different speed limits in the game, speed limits on the different highways, and it determines if you were able to drive the speed limit, this is when you're expected to arrive there. In this game, it calculates it at something like 45 miles per hour. Or no, 38 miles per hour. That's what it calculates at. So if you're driving, like, say, in Nevada on, like, Interstate 80, on, like, an 80 highway, you know, that's... the estimated time is completely wrong. So it would be nice... Of course, it'd have to be constantly updating. But all it would need to do is track the pieces of road you will be driving on or expected to drive on to figure out, you know, how much time passes. We are coming up to our destination. We're in a 35 mile per hour zone. Yep, slow roads, twisty roads. Not the finest. And we are coming up. Turn off right up here. Eureka's been discovered. California Dreaming, 19 of 20. One more city to go in California, one in Nevada. And so where are we taking this? It's probably going to be over there. It's going to be on the other side. Yep, we're going to take that. That is no problem at all. Otherwise, you're parked over there. There's just kind of a drive-in, so... yeah, about this. This one's worth 90 experience points. Hop out. What I could have done is come around. That might have been better. First, How close am I? Oh, this could be interesting. All right. All right. All right. Oh. No, I'm gonna reverse or pull forward just a bit, just to straighten things out. And what are my wheels doing right now? There we go. Nope, nope, nope. We just want to reverse it in straight. Yes, I know. And there we go. Cargo's ready for unloading. And hay delivered from Winnemucca to Eureka. Driven distance 420 miles. Time taken 9 hours 14 minutes. Fuel consumed 88 gallons for a total of 75.93 and 579 experience. We now just need just under 1,000 experience to get up to the next level. So if we can do just 2 more like that, we can get a point in long distance, and then we can start doing even longer deliveries. Anyway, let's hop out. And when is my next? Let's just jump out for a moment. And we are going to, nope. Next rest stop in 57 minutes. All right. So we have 5% damage, so we'll want to eventually get that repaired. We're level 9. We've driven a total of 8,422 miles. We have a driver's rating of 2.5. So let's take a look to see what is coming from Eureka. We have 2 pages worth, about 8 deliveries. We have this one here, beverages, coming from Eureka, California to San Francisco, California. That takes us along this bridge. standard delivery, fragile cargo. 1994 per jackpot. Interesting. 644 miles. Huh. All right. Stockton, Oakland. Oh, we could definitely take that one. Wait a minute. Okay. Never mind. Fruits coming from Eureka from here. $12,000. No. We are going to be driving. Doing the delivery with the most amount of money, ideally, which is this one. 644 miles, and it's an urgent delivery, which I'm almost thinking this one would give us maybe the next level. We'll get about 600 experience plus urgent delivery. No. We are going to go to Oakland Shippers. It'll pay us $11,756. It is the highest per mile. It is an important delivery, and it is a fragile cargo, which means that we'll get a decent amount of experience, but more importantly, Oakland Shippers will get the achievement for delivering to the two ports, San Francisco and Oakland. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do next episode. It'll give us $11,756. It expires in 19 hours, so that is fine. Anyway, at this point, what I'd like to do is say thank you for joining me for this episode of American Truck Simulator. Thank you again for watching. My name is Scott for SP Gaming, and as always, have a good day.